Hi viewers, and welcome to another episode of Haus Home. I'm Mastrula, you are keeping me company on the show this evening. Now, with the number of COVID cases, which is increasing rapidly in PNG, we must abide by the preventive measures that are in place. So when you're outdoor, wear a mask and stay home as much as you can. And when you're coughing, cough into your elbow and make sure to wash your hands every day. Let's head straight into our first segment, which is a color story, and see what we have for this week. This week on Color Story, we feature a father of two. He sews here at Waigani Market. He does resizing of clothes, patching, sewing of school uniform, and also he fixes a sewing machine. So if you're a viewer out there, you might want to stick around and hear is part of the story.
My name is Ruben. I'm from Waigani, Kenya province. I started sewing in 1983. While I was working at Mount Hagen. So OMNI group of companies get order from Lei. He brought all those sewing machines to other items to Hagen, and on the way when they have got humps, those sewing machines were bugged and then damaged. So they are selling those sewing machines at a landed cost. So I bought 5 of them. So those 5 of them, I fixed them. I don't know how to fix sewing machines too. When I put all those 5 of them in separate areas, and then I look through, and then when some of the parts are missing, and those parts, I take it from the other one and put it onto the other one. So when I start sewing, they rotate and work. So I went up and buy some cottons and then machine oil to put it in needle to sew. And that's how I learned how to sew. And then now I'm here in home, all those working classes, and they've got certificates and all that, educated. Once they are doing their work with the experience and the qualification and what they have got. And I'm just still wandering around here. I'm earning a little bit of living through sewing because I get my experience from Mount Hagen in 1983. I've been studying since 83, so it's normal to me for sewing this type of clothes and even fixing sewing machines too. Now I'm sewing or patching clothes and resizing them, and then cutting long trousers into their sizes, and then fix them up there. There are my payments which people come and pay me. So I'm earning 20 to 30 kina per day when people are busy. When people are not coming, I just sit here. So instead of roaming around and even to let somebody else to feed us, spoon feeding, I don't want to do that way. So I'm trying myself to get into this type of little small SMEs or what they call it. I've got 2 children, 1 boy and 1 girl. The boy is working in Lei as PNG Water. He's working there at IT. So the girl is not working. Me been fixing 5+ sewing machine. So 4+ staff here in the house. Me sell him 150 kina na nongo ron money buy. So this is the fifth one I'm using. So me sum up, now me one and so all month. Me been looking plenty sunflower sidan lo, one plus sidan lo 4 mile to one plus yapas man. Me no say looking. Another place stop lo Gorens 6 mile by stop. And another place sidan lo Manu. So a few people we get involved in sewing. So one plus man to like start him. Nah, I'm like sum up. I'm can sum up. I'm no work all merit as well. Merit no blow put him bread number and double table blue plan. From the sweat of thy face, thou shalt eat bread. That was first thing given to even Adam in the Garden of Eden. From the sweat of thy face, thou shalt eat bread. You know no problem, but I'm giving you now. Put him on the sun, I'm a person began at all. I need this and that. We don't have to do it. Yeah, work hard. You can survive and live by yourself until you die by people. So, it will begin to blow me walk later. You know, I'm going to stop on the family and feeding me. He has to feed his own family. He has got 5 children. Suppose me to me go sit down long up. Me, time blow me back on bien. Fimble knees na. Demise na. And blow me Korea. This time me go na. Beginning blow me to go to me. That's a good plan. I'm best. Time people strong stop yet na. Time people look long, picking in the video me play. Me play is some wrong idea and a wrong thinking here. So people must work hard in order to live. Was that man married like some of him clothes, school uniform, na tarasi long pla, me got him na size him. Na big pla too low and me size him stop. Na you like some of low and me stop low Waigani market na you plug and harem or brook close play plagam. Phone number below me am 79512808.
And that was our color story for this week. Thank you, Ruben, for sharing your story with us.
Thank you.
So viewers, if you're interested in what Ruben does, you can contact him on the details showing on the screen, or you can visit him here at Waigani Market. It's time for a breather. I'll see you on the other side. Welcome back. Now up next we have home decor, and this time on home decor I'll be showing you another home decor craft that you can do for yourself at home and decorate your home in style. For this project you will need a canvas painting, which you can purchase at the shop, or you can build one for yourself using leftover plywood at home. The next thing I am going to do is hammer the nail on the edges of the frame. Once that is done, I am going to run the fairy lights on the nails. And then I am going to put the paper clip. And there you have it, something simple you can decorate your home in style. Welcome back to the show. Now, if you just joined us, you're watching Haus Home Season 21. Now, up next, we have cooking, and this time on cooking, a stay-at-home mom reached out to us to share a family recipe with us. Here it is.
Hello viewers, welcome to another Haus Home cooking. My name is Deanne, and I'm a stay-at-home mom, and I'd like to share you a family recipe that it has been passed down from my mom. And I like to share this recipe because it's an everyday recipe that you can have with your families, or you can take it on the highway, or even at midnight if you want a snack, you can still have this recipe on its own. And today, I just want to emphasize on, I'm not a real deep oil, I don't really like doing cooking with deep oil, but I just like to share you, it's just a lightly pan. The dough is just on the lightly pan, and it's doesn't take too long like the ovens, and you have to wait. But this one it will just take about 15 to 20 minutes each side, and it's done, and you're set to serve it for your family. And it's wholesome, like it's homemade from your heart. Okay, today we'll be making poisson, and this poisson is made from flour, self-raising flour. Let's say you can add 3 to 5 cups of self-raising flour, and have some milk, some sugar, and some eggs. I just got 2 eggs, and butter to moisten the dough, and you dust it with plain flour, and then you roll it out. You flatten it either with your hand or the rolling pin, and then it goes on the frying pan that is lightly oiled. I have flour, and then I'm gonna add the butter. I'll add the butter to mix it into the flour. It depends on how much butter you want to use, but I'm putting around 1.5 cups of butter. The whole purpose of mixing the butter is to moisten the dough that you're making. So you rub the butter in, you rub it in, and it sort of like brings in the air, and it softens the flour. It's self-raising flour. So a self-raising flour is really up to you. It depends on if you want to use the 1 kilo of flour, you can, or if you want to just make it for a couple of people, you can use half of it, 500 grams. So just a minute of mixing the dough and the butter. Okay, and then I'll add my milk, the dry. Actually, I should have put it's a homemade thing, so you can put in the milk and the sugar. I just put 2 tablespoons of sugar, and then you continue to mix it. And there's no yeast, so you don't have to worry about any other rising. It's already a self-raising flour. Okay, when I'm mixing the flour, you see how the flour, the sugar, and the milk is already mixed. The mixture is already set, the dry ingredients. Now I'll add the eggs. The eggs is a bit of it sort of like brings flavor and makes the dough soft also. Then I'll use the water. It can be warm water or it can be from the tap. The ingredients that I'm using, it's estimated around 30 kina, like if you're buying the full eggs, but for these 2 eggs they sell at the shops for loose ones, it's about 1 kina 20. But so it's estimated about 30 kina for this dough. So you don't really wet the dough. It's just a bit of water in there. Don't make it too watery. So you get all the dry ingredients, they're mixed in. You don't have to put a lot of energy to like knead or press. Okay, after you mix the dough, it's all done now to go for dusting. So I'll put some flour on my board, on my bench, to dust the dough. Get most of the flour and scrape it all out. Use a spatula. I'm using a wooden spoon. I don't really like wasting flour. So from my dusting, this is how I do my dusting. You don't press it too much. You're just mixing. You just want to coat the dough with this plain flour. Put some more. And you just work it in, like mixing it in. Sometimes with this dough mix, you can add sultanas, that's to variate, to bring in a bit of other different texture and the flavor. But so this is a plain dough, and what I do is I press it. Get some more flour, dust it, and that's it. You can use the rolling pin and do the dough according to the pan. While you're doing your dough, you can start heating up your frying pan. Okay, after we dusted our dough, it's ready to go on the pan, but I'll transfer the dough to the chopping board so it's easier to transfer on the pan. So I'll light the pan. Put it on medium heat, not too much heat, and then I'll put small oil just to swirl it in the frying pan. So when you move it around, you're oiling the sides, so it's for the dough, for the bread, or the poi scone, you can call it. So I don't really keep this excess oil. I tip it over, and then I transfer my dough. Let it just heat up. This gas is heavy duty, so just see the little bubbles, whether it's heating up, and then you transfer your dough. So you balance the dough on the frying pan so it cooks. Give it around 15 minutes one side, and then you tip it over. 15 minutes each side of the poi scone. So you can see the dough rising. That means cooking is taking place. It's up to you. However you do your doughs, but I'm just giving you an extra tip on how to do any dough if you're into making doughs, donuts. But I rather put a bit of that, just put little holes in it so the heat comes in inside the wet flour. And when it's cooking, you can move the frying pan around that it's not sticking. So let it cook some more. So when one side is cooked, it's sort of like golden brown or light brown, then you turn it the other way. So once the dough is cooked, you can use a toothpick to just check whether the middles it's not wet. And it's when the toothpick just comes out easily, your dough is done. I mean, any mother at home, if you're doing baking or cooking, just some safety measures I want to add. For your flours, for your baking flour, always strain it, because there's other particles inside the flours that we never know, like weevils or, from the factory. So every time, mothers, for safety reasons, always strain your flour. Careful of the small children around you, not to come in your way. Okay, this recipe that I'm doing, you can also use fire cooking. Put it over the charcoal, the frying pan over the charcoal, and it will cook on low heat. As you can see, our dough is done, and it will look something like this. You can use any spread of your liking, jam to you name it. But for me, I'm going to do scrambled egg to complement our dough. We have egg, so this is 2 servings. Then we have cream, thickened cream. And we have corn, kernel, just a vegetable with tomato from the market, chopped up. Spring onion. First is the eggs. There's 6 eggs, that's 2 servings. Then I'll add our milk. Our thickened cream, I'll just add a bit. Thickened cream is strong. I mean, it's pure cream, so I'll just add a bit. All right, tomatoes, spring onion, corn, and then break it up, put it in the mixture. You don't have to use all of it. You can just use two slices of, because already there's a cream in there, there's milk in there, and there's egg. But this is just to give it that flavor, some more flavoring. Okay, I'll use my whisk to whisk the You all know how to do your own scrambled egg, but I'm just putting a bit of extras. Okay, let's go to the frying pan. Okay, lightly heat the pan. This pan, lightly heat it. Never use whenever you're gonna do any scrambled egg or any fried rice, always heat up your pan with oil. The pan must be hot. I think I'll put the butter in to see whether it's all right to go. It won't take long to do our It's a rich recipe. Okay, scrambled egg. From time to time, you turn your scrambled egg so it doesn't get stuck. If it's a frying pan that is non-stick, it's got non-stick on it, then that's good. But the other frying pan, that is just metal. It's gonna burn. So I advise you guys, if whoever's like, I'd rather go for a non-stick pan. Okay. Okay, now we're done with our scrambled egg. Now we're gonna do the plating with our poised corn. This is our simple budget meal. Poised corn served with scrambled egg, baked beans and vegetables. If you're somebody out there like me and you want to share your recipe, simply message House and Home on the details showing on the screen.
And thank you, Deanne, for sharing your recipe with us. I'm sure you viewers have learned something new on this segment. Now, if you're someone out there who wants to cook on the show like her, you can contact us on the details showing on your screen now. It's time for a breather. We'll be back with more. Hi viewers and welcome to Health and Wellness. This time we caught up with Active Physio. They provide mobile physiotherapy, rehabilitation, sports and remedial massage here in Port Moresby. And I am here at NFS where they are located. Let's go and check it out. So viewers, we are here at Active Physio Fix Clinic, and to talk to us more about the services they do here is Andriella, the therapist. Thank you, Andriella, for having us. Just tell us about yourself and what Physio Fix is all about.
I'm Andriella Villosi. I'm mixed parentage of Bougainville and East New Britain. I did my physiotherapy studies in Divine Word University. So 4 years in school and 2 years out in the hospital. Then I got my license to practice. I was with PNG Sports Foundation since 2016. And this is my own SME. I saw the need for physio in the country. And there's not many physiotherapists, especially in the private practice, so I decided to do this. I started doing my own work after hours, just going to see some clients that needed help. I didn't really want to charge them at that time until last year when I saw that I should register a small business and get this going. I have some friends that supported me throughout when I started. So I have Patrick Annie, Leonard Andrew, and Fiona PNG is on board now, supporting me to get this going. So physiotherapy covers a really wide range in our everyday, day-to-day life. I deal with stroke patients for their rehab, spinal cord rehabilitation, and even just small kids that are born in an early age or with complications that now affect their normal development. We also deal with sports injuries and just work-related injuries. So just sitting in the office for long hours, you get neck pain, back pain, all those. Yeah, so we've basically started doing mobile, going to people's house because it's hard to get afford a place to set up. So we started going around seeing people at their houses, setting up at the field side, anywhere. And then Puna offered us this space, so I'm so grateful. We now have a space to run our operations out of, but we're still doing mobile because there are some clients that they place is not suitable for them to come in. Yeah, so we still go to their houses.
So how many clients do you see in a day?
I started off with just like 3, sometimes 2 in a day, but we've, I think, averaged to 4. Just say 4. But yeah, as you can see on our board, we have 4, 5, 6, and now sports is starting, and the number's been increasing. Active PhysioFix, we basically do physiotherapy consultations, treatment, we do rehabilitation, and also massages. If you can go online on our page, Active PhysioFix, and then do bookings or just give us a call.
So you mentioned that you do massage as well here. How long does it take?
Maximum time is 60 minutes, but we do treatments 45 to 60. Yeah.
So what's the most common case that you've come across?
One of the most common cases that we've seen is backache, and that comes in not only old people but even the young age too. And basically, I've noticed that that's just because of poor postural or poor posture, sitting posture, standing, that has become a habit that's now causing all these pains. With back pains, we can assist to teach you how you can help yourself at home, and we can also help you with some exercise to reduce the pain and get you more stronger. So this is one of my clients. He's a soccer player, sustained an ankle injury on Monday, just this week. He came in on Tuesday to see me. The first thing I did with him was the initial treatment for soft tissue injuries. So basically, it's icing, compression, and I put him in a moon boot. So that's what we give to people that sustain an ankle injury, just to take the load off the ankle to assist in recovery. So that was what he was on. And I booked him for review today, which he's back. I've assessed him, and functionally he's able to walk pain-free now. So he's taking a couple of steps without pain. I asked him to go on his toes. There's no pain. Asked him to hop, and there's no pain too, which is a really good sign after the initial treatment. Today, what I want to do with him is to continue the treatment, releasing through his calf muscles, the muscles that go around the ankle, calf muscles, and the one in front of the shin. Okay, so now he's on the bed. So I'm gonna just release him slightly. I'm just using oil and some Sovaline. Just releasing through the calf. Just light massage. Relax your leg. Yeah. So after releasing his calf, I'm gonna ask him to stand up, and I'll reassess again the functional movements, going up on his toes, hopping, and progress to at least getting him to start jogging, so I can have a clear picture of view on how to assist him getting him back to training. So with this massage technique, I'm also doing trigger point releasing. So that means there are certain points on the muscles which I just press and hold for a while and then release. Always making sure the client's comfortable. If there's any pain or discomfort, just let me know. Okay, so when he came in on Monday, there was a lot of swelling. He couldn't walk, couldn't stand. And the moon boot has really helped him. He was advised to use it everywhere he was moving around. I just take it off when he's taking a shower or sleeping. Otherwise, he had to wear the boot everywhere. Movements again. Again. That's okay. No pain. Time on your leg.
Okay.
No pain. It's really good. We'll do some exercise for your balance. Huh? We have to go through rehabilitating joint on an appropriate subscena, a balance no strength. So do that again, one more. On my hard. Triangle this side. That's okay. If you're interested in our service, Effective Physiofix, you can contact us on the details showing on the screen, or you can drop by at NFS to see us.
We know that daily exercise is good for our health. With many options and limited information that are offered online, we choose for what it works. This time on Tech People, I'll be showing you a app that works and also it burns calories. So when it comes to the pedometer app, what you do is go to Play Store and download the pedometer step counter and calorie. Then click Open. The first step is to create your profile. The pedometer app will ask you to select the gender. So I am a female and I will click on the female. And then the app will ask for your weight and height. So I am going to add my weight and my height. So this is the walking step on the timeline. Once the timeline is completed, it will show. On the other side is the calorie goal. So I am going to start my training using the GPS. So I am going to walk from point A to point B. As you can see on the screen, it is showing my location on the GPS. So I am here at the Apex House and I will walk from point A to point B and from point B back to point A. So I will start walking from point A to B. What's the GPS? So I am going to add back to point A from point B. As you can see, I completed 31% of the goal of 6,000. So I burnt 0.6 calories and I have 5,969 steps walk yet in the coming days. So I'm going to start my daily exercise again in the afternoon the next day. So this is another simple hack that you can try to keep track of your calorie and keep fit and stay in shape. Viewers, you can go online and download this app and try it for yourself. And also, viewers, when we were running and doing our fitness here at Ella Beach, we caught up with a guy by the name of Haman, and he wanted to share his part of the story.
Hi everyone, hi Hammond here. Thank you so much. I just caught up with these guys here. Basically, It's all about you getting up and start doing something that you really think it's going to help you one way or the other. The most important thing is exercising. You know, you can work, you can have a lot of money, you can all do all this other stuff around, but the most important thing is you have to keep yourself fit, you know? So when you want to drop down your addiction, you have to put something. Classic example is me here. I have a Trimax BMX here. I've stopped from a lot of my addiction quite a while ago, and I put myself into this BMX here. 3 weeks now. Guys, I woke up early in the morning feeling good, and I did my always 2 runs every afternoon. 1, 5 o'clock in the morning, go back home, go to work. 2, 6 o'clock in the afternoon, and I caught up with these guys here. Thank you so much, guys.
Any advice you want to give to the viewers?
Oh yeah, the basic thing is you have to take the first step, you know? Take the first step. A lot of things happening right now, but you take the first step, the body is willing, the spirit has to be willing as well. They come to both points together. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you, Eman, for sharing your story with us. Viewers, you can become like him if only you put what your goals are into practice. That's all the time we have on Tech People. I'll see you on the other side. Genius life hacks are amazing because they make our life much more easier. This time on Life Hacks, I'll be showing you some hacks that you can do for yourself at home. Hack number 1. Gym bag organizer. Organize before and after gym? Try this. What you will need is a gym bag, 2 pieces of card box, which is 7 cm by 4 cm. So what you're going to do is place the box in between, and then you put what you will need for the gym into your bag. And these 2 pieces of box will separate each item in the bag. Hack number 2. Shoe holder. Want to avoid stains in your gym bag? Try this hack. All you need is a shower cap and your shoes. After your daily run, put your shoe into the shower cap and into your bag. Or you can use biodegradable bags instead. Hack number 3. Socks armband. This hack is super fun. If you're tired of your phone and iPod keep falling out of your pocket, try this hack. All you need is a pair of socks and a scissors. What you do is cut the socks as shown. Then run it through your arm. And you're good to go. Place the phone in and plug your earpiece and you're good for the walk. And that's all the time we have for this week's show. If you want to know more about this episode, feel free to message us on our Facebook or Instagram page, or you can simply contact us on the details showing on the screen now. And viewers, if you want to be a guest cook on Haus Home like Deanne that we featured, Vanessa from last week, you can simply send us a message, or you can send us an email on the email address showing on the screen now. as I mentioned earlier on the show, COVID cases are increasing, so we must abide by the preventive measures that are in place. Wear a mask at all times, make sure to wash your hands, and when you're coughing, cough into your elbows, and when you're outdoor, keep a safe distance. That's all the time we have for this week. Make sure to join me Tuesday, 7 p.m. right here on MTV. Bye for now.